Good morning, everyone. It's November the 12th, 2023. I hope everything went well for Remembrance Day yesterday. Today, I want to talk about being 70 years old and sharing memories and having got to 70 years old and have had so many good memories as well as bad memories and having to deal with both. But I've made it through a lifetime of memories. And I enjoy sharing it with people. And I look at all these homeless people and with the drugs, they're so doped up. They're lying there on the street. They're not aware of anything. Where do they make their memories when everything is just blank? They can't even remember what day it is, let alone the time, let alone the year. So, and what kind of memories do they have? But I wanted to share some of the some more memories of what I remember of the war. Well, I was not in the war, but I was post-war baby boomer, of course. But I wanted to share a few things that were passed on from the generations before me. Now, I understand, and I'm very proud of our soldiers. I had 5 uncles. They all went to war, all 5 brothers. One brother, he went down with a ship during the war. Second brother, another brother of my mother's brothers, came back. He made it back. He got it off the plane. He was wounded, PTSD, the whole 9 miles. And the first thing he did was he came in on a stretcher back to Canada, and he asked to be let down on the ground. So they put the stretcher on the ground. The first thing he did was he rolled over on the stretcher and kissed the ground and said, "I made it back to Canada. Now I can die in peace," which he did die. Today he's buried with my grandparents, fortunately. So there's one. And then the other 3 uncles, they all made it back to the war with horrible, horrible memories of the war as well. But they lived. We just accepted them the way they were. We just loved them. But they had these memories, and they had PTSD too. So, of course, back then they called it shell shock. And then, like my ex-husband, his uncle also went to the war and had some bad experiences. He was a mechanic below the ship, running the engines down below in the below deck. And his experiences were terrible, where if the ship got bombed, or not bombed, but torpedoed, I should say, he had to make life and death decisions. So he couldn't save everyone, but he had to look and see who around him he could save and get up to the top deck to hopefully to make it into the lifeboats. But I can tell you that he was also on the British ship that he was one of the few Canadians rather on the British ship that actually sunk the Bismarck. And in the end, he got a great big silver medallion, which he was able to show off to the family for his courage, his bravery. And that's not what I see with the homeless. Where's the bravery? Where's the being able to protect your country and doing what is right, not wrong? So I've had a lot of experiences, and I think one of the sort of a funny memory that I have was when Canada celebrated, like with the world, we celebrated the 50 years, that anniversary of the war from World War II. And I was standing on Bank Street, and everyone was parading down there. They had all the veterans were parading, and they had all the vehicles, the Jeeps and the tow truck, everything from the Second World War going down the street. And what was funny was one of the Jeeps broke down, and they're all looking at each other like, what are we doing? How do we get a tow truck? Well, you're going to have to tow this a vehicle. And they couldn't get anybody through the parade. So someone looked and said, well, you've got the old tow truck there from the Second World War. Is it fully functioning? And it was 2 young soldiers who were in the cab of the tow truck. And they said, we think they are, but we don't know how to hook the tow truck up to the vehicle. And one soldier's looking at the other, do you have a manual? No, I'm not sure. I'll go look for it. And then one of the veterans stepped out of line and he came up and said, don't worry about the manual. I used to do the tow trucks. I know exactly how to hook up the vehicles. So here we were, and here he was with the 2 young soldiers, the new crop of soldiers, hooking up the old tow truck to the old Jeep. And then the parade just started right back up again, and away they went. So it was kind of an interesting memory. And then, of course, one of the memories too is back when I talked about my uncle going kissing our ground, and that I managed some of the war stories that the Ottawa Sun at the time wanted to hear about. So I actually got a chance to even have it published in the Ottawa Sun on that story of my uncle at the time. And growing up and just understanding how horrible it was, what we had to go through for war. So I just wanted to express that today and say that I couldn't do it all on the one film yesterday, and I wanted to. But we've got so much to be thankful for our veterans. And I guess I just kind of want to end this short video today with, it's also known, and it's a favorite expression, that it takes a village to raise a child. Well, in this case, as my grandfather used to put it, it takes strong communities within a country that makes a country, what the strength of the country. And that was part of what I wanted to put up with my our new flag when I gave my story there yesterday that I had put out in 2015 to celebrate our 50th year of the Canadian flag. So please, everyone, take care, have a safe day, and watch your surroundings again. And I hope you enjoyed the video and my story from yesterday. And thank you, everyone, and take care, and we shall see you again soon. Bye-bye.